Facebook commerce has become the most promising domain to expand business initiatives among the emerging urban entrepreneurs in Bangladesh. For the women entrepreneurs, F-commerce is a powerful instrument and an emerging mechanism for empowerment. More than 60% of the present Bangladeshi F-commerce business entities are run by women entrepreneurs. Most of them are working from their homes. This particular spatial shift of a booming industry from urban commercial areas to homes, mediated through social media, has initiated transformations in the spatio-cultural practices of these entrepreneurs. While a dominant body of literature in HCI, ICTT, and related fields have focused on different aspects of digital marketplaces, e-commerce, and F-commerce, very few studies have surfaced the political narratives that emerge when such global digital interventions meet local contexts. Hence, how F-commerce is impacting various household spatio-cultural dimensions there has rarely appeared in HCI literature. Based on a 7-month-long qualitative empirical study in Dhaka, we address this gap. We investigate how Facebook commerce-related activities challenge the inherent spatial regulations of modern housing design and development in urban Dhaka. This paper also documents how F-commerce mediated transformations in residential spaces are promoting heterogeneous functions, resurfacing traditional values, and altering orders and rationales that define modern housing. To better articulate our findings, we group them into 5 important aspects of modern housing design: homogeneity, order, rationale, reputation, and detachment. In early 20th century, modernist urban planning method emphasized on separate zones for urban activities such as residential, commercial, administrative, entertainment, etc. to ensure rational, efficient, and fast operations of these buildings and infrastructures. The newer parts of Dhaka city demonstrate a strong influence of modern urban planning and design. Residential areas are defined and separated from that of commercial or office areas. In other words, conforming to spatial homogeneity. However, such modern spatial homogeneity is being challenged by the home-based online business activities on Facebook. Renowned residential areas, apartment complexes, or buildings are now accommodating patches of commercial zones, which started to point toward the legibility of spatial homogenization as a product of modernism in both conceptual and material terms. Next, we talked about order. The process of modernization concentrates on ordering or categorizing the urban surroundings in an official manner, which is quite different from the vernacular order of a particular locality. Usually, local stories, incidents, features, and many cultural attributes are encoded in vernacular order. The newer parts of Dhaka city, on the other hand, surface a systematic, rational, and easy to navigate by outsiders sort of order implemented by the planners. With the emerge of F-commerce, a new order is being developed within the boundaries of the officially ordered modern housing. New local stories generated on social media overlap with the modern official order and develop a new hybrid one. One of our participants who runs a successful catering business through her Facebook page says, "In a complex with 168 apartments, my apartment number is now overshadowed by the name of my Facebook business page. Even my neighbors started locating their apartments centering mine." Our fieldwork also reveals how modern design rational and repetitive unit-oriented design strategies are also being challenged by home-based F-commerce activities. Finally, we explain how modern housing has fueled the detachment of women from the design and materialization of the domestic sphere and converted the residence building and construction entirely into a man's domain. Our cases show how women are often marginalized spatially and economically in this man's domain while doing F-commerce activities. Our findings are backed by a 7-month-long qualitative empirical study in Dhaka, Bangladesh that includes 61 semi-structured interviews, 3 group discussions, 360 hours of online observation, more than 252 pages of notes, more than 100 photographs, 48 apartment floor plans with spatial information mapped on them. We conclude our paper with design implications to architecture, urban design, and HCI to connect our findings to the broader agendas of post-colonial HCI around diversity, inclusion, and global development. First, ongoing heterogenization needs to be mapped and visualized locally to generate potential data for the residents, entrepreneurs, local leaders, architects, planners, and policymakers. Second, our data further reveal that the products or services the women entrepreneurs are selling on social media hold an additional value, which is often the outcome of overcoming many blockades posed by modernist design. Current Facebook features rarely succeed in translating and transferring those values and transform the products and services into ordinary quantifiable items. To overcome this limitation, future HCI work should incorporate feminist design methodologies. Third, our findings surface many spatio-cultural appropriations of e-commerce activities that happen at a very local level. For instance, arranging local support to deliver products, food, services sold on Facebook, clientelizing through comments on Facebook posts and conversation on Facebook Messenger, etc., point toward the necessity of introducing regionalization in design and development of e-commerce's digital features. Because in many cases, the universal interface designs for marketplace fail to grasp the complexities around local or cultural commercial activities. Our findings also suggest rethinking housing development sequence and re-evaluating building codes are crucial now. With the emerging patches of e-commerce activities, residential plots are transforming into something else which might need different kinds of planning and infrastructural support. Our paper ends with surfacing the relationship between architectural liberty and digital empowerment of the woman and how that relationship points to the underlying larger issue of suppressing women's voice in design, both in modernist architecture and in the capitalist digital market.